Shalom. I'm gonna give a praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem with Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and blessing the salutations sincere brothers in the house and edges. I'm the brother Sakarba, and today's topic I want to get into what's going on with the tariffs that's going on between Babylon and China. Trade war that's going on with the empty shells that is happening in America. Okay? And, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Today's topic is the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Indians. You are the biblical Israelites. We're living in the last days. Babylon, well known, is America according to the scriptures. Okay? And we're living in the last days out here. So today's topic, I want to get into this article that I found a couple days ago, 2 days, 3 days ago, about what's going on with the tariffs and what's going on with the trade war between the United States and China. And what's going on that is in the videos. Truckers are talking about empty shells. There's not much going on ships. There's not much going on cargo ships. And they're talking about that it might be a recession that is coming in the next couple of weeks or months. Low willing, if it does come out low willing, it has to happen because we see what we see, man. The Esau Edom is the devil. Okay? I'm going to get into the article and get into a couple of scriptures. I didn't put them down, but I got scriptures in my mind that I'm going to get into today because we're living in some exciting times. The days at hand. Low willing, this is the year. Low willing. But today's article I want to get into is investors.com, Investors Business Daily News, that is going on with the so-called tariffs right now. Okay? So this is the article. Trump trade war updates. Firm predicts empty shells and recession by June. Well, it might be a Great Depression point too, okay, because of what they're doing. And there's some other videos that's going on with stores are empty shelves right now, okay. They're saying get the food that you need and things of that nature because it's gonna be rocky, okay. But we believe in Yahweh Bashim Shai in these latter days, okay. So the article is Trump trade war update, firm predicts empty shelves and recession by June. The article says management firm Apollo Global forecast trucking demand stopping in about a month, resulting in empty shelves and recession this summer as President DJ trade war policies are bringing about changes in the global shipping scene since the pandemic, with the ocean carriers ready to significantly reduce demand, according to the analysis observed. Okay, since the beginning of the pandemic that was going on. Okay, continue on. Significant focus U.S. trade with China aims at back and forth over tariffs and trade deals, and certain leans to decrease in shipping volume from China to North America, and with cancellation of current 50%, according to the global logistics firm Flex Expo. Okay, they're saying that the cancellations are going back and forth. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, and I got a couple of videos I'm gonna play also. Okay, because in this society, America, a lot of people became spoiled, brats. Okay, people became proud. Living an American dream, but it's gonna be an American nightmare pretty soon. Apollo Global Management Chief Executive Tuskar Slug on Sunday released a report outlining the time for Trump tariffs to result in empty shelves, layoff, and trucking retail sectors in recession this summer. Okay, you got these people that they're creating an economic collapse to implement a new system. Okay, that are being pushed right now. Trump announced the Liberation Day tariffs on April 2nd. It takes about 24 days for containers to ship to sale to U.S. from China. Okay, like brothers talking about video yesterday about this. Okay, and a lot of people are gonna have to deal with these trials and the sorrows. Okay, continue on. It takes April 2nd, and it takes about 20 or 40 days for a container to ship to sale to the U.S. and China, according to the Apollo estimated container ship coming to U.S. ports to come to by mid-May. So they're talking about that this can be a reality, that they could stop. Okay, they could come to for like a reality that where they're not going to be delivering no more goods and for the United States. Okay, and you Jays better wake up. It better take it about 1 to 10 days transition time. A trucking rail to bring goods and ports to the city. Apollo Global Management predicts that it may lay dramatic domestic flight demand will come to a halt. There will be empty shelves, and with companies result to lower sales. Okay, a lot of people are gonna have to buckle up. Empty shelves. Not just food items that we're seeing. They're gonna go. It's gonna be like a hyperinflation in this country. By early June, forecast there'll be layoffs in the domestic flight retail industry with the recession hitting the U.S. this summer. They're saying it might hit. William Marco analysis, Richard that told IB over the weekend activity the major port is slowing sharply after pre-tariff day ramp up in activity. So some of the normalization expect that he said what happens next will depend on what the president DJ Trump decides to do after the 90-day pause. Unfortunately, we do not know. They don't know. It's a scary time. And Flexport reports that the short-term outlook for shipping volume growth in the South Asia to America remains muted. Volumes in April remain consistent from the beginning of the year through March, prior to the Trump tariff announcement. However, this could change. It might not change because what they're trying to do is to collapse the economy and start the people out. Okay? And we're waiting for this. No winning it comes. Ports are loading above average container arrival in the past couple weeks that were stocking head up ahead of the tariffs. Chef Global Swap Chef and Global Investments Jason Jeffrey told IP last week, referring to traffic data at the Los Angeles, LA, and Long Beach ports in U.S. entire shipment from Asia. But for booking in the weeks and months ahead, we're seeing falling demand, higher cancellation rates, rolling those of the pandemic. Okay, that's what happened during the pandemic. Okay, it was slow, and prices were going up. Okay, and it takes days to bring the stuff here back and forth. But because Trump's tariffs, it's going to cost much. Prices going up. Tariffs trade war. Shippers ready to tariffs. Ocean carriers are ready with a drop capacity for Pacific Ocean route between Asia and North America. With the weather draws occurring at the fast rate during the C9C, anticipation reduced demanding following the huge tariff goods from China, according to Flexport. Shipping operators are doing this by sending small vessels canceling a skipping schedule, forecast the middle of the city, suspending entire shipping route, a global logistics firm reports. And cargo ship sending from Hong Kong to LA takes an advantage around 2-3 weeks, about 25 to 30 days to Houston, about 40 days to reach New York City, according to Specs Analysis. Nationwide retail, who include Walmart and Target, others forecast early this month U.S. import cargo volume will fall at least 20% over year in second half of 2025 as U.S. companies pause orders from China. Yeah, because also there's another article. It was a meeting between Trump and the CEOs from telling him, hey, we're going to have empty shelves. It was a concern because they're going to lose money. Okay? I think you can read the rest of this article. It's a good article to read. I'm going to get into the scriptures because we're living in some crucial times. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. A sudden shall sold places appear unsold. The full storehouses shall be suddenly be found empty because of what's going on. Okay, you're not going to see where you used to have it, where it used to be a comfortable place. Now it's going to be uncomfortable to grab stuff in the shelf. And it's going to be empty. And that's going to be a biblical, this is Bible prophecy, okay? Because you're going to have people fighting one another for lack of bread. A lack of bread in those times. Continue on. 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. A sudden shall in some places appear unsold. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. It will be empty. Okay, it's gonna be some dramatic change that is gonna happen, man. Jobs are gonna be lost. People are not able to work. There'll be famine, death, and pestilence. Verse 23. And a trumpet shall be given a sound which they have every man hear, and it shall be said afraid. Okay, a trumpet. They'll be afraid, man. As the scriptures talk about, shall be trumpet in every city. Before that, let me show another article. There's another article that I want to get into. I'll play a video also. Okay, it's an article. Another article is the name of this article I found it today right now. It's talking about what's going on with the tariffs. Okay, and this is talking about this a couple hours ago or today. 11 food frozen foods to stock up before prices jump up next week. Okay, next week. Okay, these are the items. I'm gonna read a little bit. I didn't get a chance to read it right now, but I'll read it right now. It's inevitable. A lot of food we eat daily is going to get more expensive. A lot of the stuff that we eat is going to get expensive. So we used to eat, it was comfortable. Okay, we used to have less delicacy. Okay, it's inevitable. A lot of food we eat daily is going to be more expensive as a result of the new tariffs hasn't already. Well, there's a lot of perishable items you can't stock up on as they have short the shelf life. However, you have enough room to frozen or willing to purchase standalone for your basement or garage. You can stock up the items that are going to jump in price, save money in the long term. Here are the 11 foods to buy now before prices jump up next week. So let's talk about this: bananas, strawberries, mango, pineapple, popsicles, pizza or whatever. Okay, you got the pasta, you got the heart from China, or dumplings, or pizzas. Okay, strawberry blend, and you got the Japanese fried chicken. You got Thai food, and you got frozen fish. Okay, they're gonna jump. Prices are gonna increase. Okay, this is what they're talking about. You know, they're gonna increase. Okay, and it's another video let me play before I go back to second address. There's a couple videos I want to play. This is one. They don't. They want to blame everybody else, but it's really what they want to blame China everything, but they want to push. They want to what's it call it? They want to collapse the economy so they can place a new system that is going to become so digital. Okay, but let me grab another one and import. Fucking song. get another Seattle port. I want to get Seattle too. Right here. 29. So that's what's gonna be like the consequence. Okay. Hold on. Let me close my window. Okay. Like she said, it's gonna hit hard because of the tariffs that was going on with Trump. Because Trump is is being used to collapse his economy. So let me go back to Second Ezra, back to Second Ezra 6. Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 22. A sudden shall stolen places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found. Because a lot of what you have right now, people are living comfortably. People are not paying attention. Okay? But when the shit hits the fan, they're gonna be rationing out the stuff. Okay? People are gonna start fighting. Okay? Start being empty, man. Not just a while ago, a chick went to Walmart and she saw all the meat would be gone. And then she asked the employees, they're taking them all to the inside. Saying, why are you taking them all in? I said, no, we have an order. Okay, we have to take everything in. Okay? And they're pushing this ration everything out. Starvation, man. Verse 23. And the trumpet shall be given a sound, which every man hear and son be afraid. Because that trumpet is coming. The trumpet is coming, man. Okay, the collapse economy. Okay, and these people are going to be afraid. Verse 24. And that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And then the earth shall stand in fear with those that are dwelt therein. And spring of the fountains shall stand still. And 3 hours shall not run, because you want it will be sedition among men. Okay, sedition, fighting against each other for lack of food, bread. Verse 25. But whosoever remains from all these that I have told shall escape, and shall see my salvation in the end of the world, man. We're seeing prophecies are going back to back, a domino effect. And this is gonna be a domino effect. One spot to another, okay? And Trump's doing a hell of a job, man. Verse 26, and the man that receives shall see it, who had not tasted death from the birth, and the heart of the inhabitor shall change and turn to another meaning. Us the elect, man. Okay, knowing the fact this is the end of this man's society. 27. For evil shall be put out, the seed shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, and corruption shall be overcome, and truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared, man. This gospel being pushed all around the world, man. Okay, this should be pushing. Okay, starting with apostles, man. Next scripture, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. And our people are wicked as hell. Before them and grab, because we're gonna need these. We need these times, man. Okay, because it will be famine. Book of Isaiah, chapter 65. Let me grab that. Let me grab Isaiah. But let me get Ecclesiastes 12. Yes, sir. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now that Creator in the days of thy youth. Remember, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw not, when I shall say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay, remember the Lord, man. Remember who's your Creator, man. Because all hell's about to break loose. Okay? While the sun, verse 2, while the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars remain darkened, nor the clouds be turned to the rain. Okay? Some evil times we live in, man. Verse 3, in that day, when the keepers of the house shall be tremble, and the strong men shall bold themselves, and in grind seed before there are few, and those that look out of the window shall be darkened. No jobs available, man. They're talking about layoffs. If this keeps going, the truckers will be laid off, man. A lot of people are going to be losing jobs, man. Okay? There'll be a lot of famines out here. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and in the sound of the grind is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the mute shall be brought low. Okay? And people got used to be comfortable here. Okay? People are blind, man. Especially our people, man. Verse 5. Also when they say shall be afraid of the which high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be burned, and desire shall fall, because man goes to his home, to his long home, and mourners go about the streets. Famine. Okay? It will be a famine. Okay? And going back, the grasshopper shall be burned. Okay? Famine. No more jobs available. Starvation is going to be at all-time high. Okay? People are going to turn to cannibalism, man. And what they want to do, what they want is push recession, but it's going to be a Great Depression point two. Ain't no turning back to America, man. America's finished. Okay? Our people live in delicacy their whole lives, man. Let me grab Isaiah, Revelation. Let me grab me. Because there will be distress from nations. People are going to feel distress in those times, man. Let me grab Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Because the Lord's going to protect us those times. Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Behold, I will number you up to the sword, and you should be all bowed down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But the evil before my eyes, and choose not when I delighted. Okay, our people will be drawn to the fire, man, because they didn't pay attention. This is coming, man. The Lord's gonna protect us the times we live in. Okay, verse 13. Therefore, thus said Yahweh Bashi Mashai thy power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall be drink, but you shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Okay, because at the end of the day, man, the Lord's gonna protect us these days we live in, man, and we live in a time of trouble, man. Okay, Daniel 1. Michael shall stand up, the archangel, man, because we live in those times, man. The times are evil, man. Okay. Let me grab me another one. A famine in the book of Psalms. Right here. Psalm 37 and 19. And there should be no shame in the evil times, and in days of famine there should be satisfied, because we know what's coming. We're not going to be ashamed of evil times because we know what Esau is doing. Okay, we know what this man is about. Okay, let me grab Psalm 33. Okay, we understand Lord's going to deliver us those times, man. Book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 19, verse 18. Behold, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. We want that mercy in these times we're living, man. Verse 19. To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive from famine. Our soul is waiting for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our hearts shall rejoice in him because we are trusting in his holy name. And we're going to need these names in the time we live in. And the calamities. Let thy mercy, our power be upon us according to, and we have hope in thee. Okay? And we're living in these critical times, man. Okay? The scripture talk about be a pleasant one day. Let me grab that one. Revelation chapter 18. Right here. Because they think America's going to sit as a widow. Delicacy. You know what? Let me grab I'll grab it. Revelation chapter 18, verse 7. How much she has glorified herself, lived delicious delicacy. How much torment I'll give her. And she said in her heart, I will sit a queen. I'm not a widow, and shall see no sorrow. Because America, they think here in this country, they think that nothing's gonna happen. Okay? They live their whole life deliciously, okay? Okay? They think no one's gonna kick America ass. But you know what? China's kicking them in the ass in trade wars. Verse 8. Therefore shall her place come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for the strong is the Lord thy power who judges her. And the king, in verse 9, the kings of the earth who had committed fornication lived deliciously with her. She be well with her, and lamented her when she saw see the smoke of her burning fire. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great Babylon, that great city Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour that judgment is come. Okay, and this place will be burned. Okay, will be burned by fire. Okay, and the times at hand. Okay, we gotta fear the Lord because we're living in some dangerous times, and we need Yahweh Bashim Shai to guide us, protecting us because we're living in some exciting times. Low winning, this is the end. Until the next time, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kagadash. Low winning next time. Shalom.